Hey guys, it is declutter time yet again. If you have joined me for my previous declutters, we have gone through eyeshadow palettes and single eyeshadows. I then did lip products, and today we are going to move on to eye products. So mascara, brow products, and eyeliner. Now, if you watch my previous declutters, you will know this, but I'll just give you an idea of what I'm doing. Instead of going through and deciding what I like and what I don't like, which leaves me open to keeping way too much stuff, I'm setting a certain number of items per category that I can keep. This also means that, for example, if I say I can have 10 eyeliners, if I get a new eyeliner that I like, but I currently already have 10, I have to decide if I like it enough to take something else out of my collection, or if I don't like it enough to even bring it in. The idea is that way I can keep decluttering on an ongoing basis, and let me tell you guys how much I have been loving having this done. Being able to reach in here and see the lipsticks that I really like, it's led me to using ones that I haven't used in a while, and it's just been really enjoyable. So you can't see the eye stuff right now. What I'm going to do is move a few things around so that you can. So this looks crazy, but there actually is a method to this madness here. This is a this container is divided into threes. That's what I'm trying to say. So the idea is that mascara is in the middle, brow products are over here, and eyeliners are over here. Now they've all kind of made their way all over, but that's what the general idea was. I'm going to start with mascara because honestly, most of them just need to go because they're so old, and I've just been bad at like piling more on top and not getting rid of them. So generally this declutter is going to be what is actually still fresh in this collection. And what I would like to do is keep no more than 5 mascaras at any given time, because really we're supposed to cycle through them every 3 months. And you know, 5 is even generous for that amount of time. So let's start here. The Wander Unlashed. I really love this mascara. This has been my go-to for going to events because it doesn't smudge, it doesn't flake, it works really well, but this is older, so it's going to go in the away pile. This Marcel one is incredibly old. It was like okay, but nothing special. I wanted to test it because it was a brand that I had just never seen before or never heard talked about. I think it's a Canadian brand. So I do have a video on this, but it's old. Continuing on, a couple of other old ones. The L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. I quite like this. It's different than but as good as Lash Paradise for different reasons. I did a video comparing L'Oreal Carbon Black to Lash Paradise to do a test against each other. So I really did like that, but it's old. And I also really did like this Tartist one, but I think it's also pretty old. I'm gonna put that here for now and check. This Tristique one, I don't think I really like, but it's one of my newer ones, so I'm going to keep it here because I may still play around with it a bit more. This is a little bit older, but I think that these kind of eyeliners don't really have the 3-month rule, because if you're washing the brush, it's not like you're putting it against your eyeline every day, so I'm actually going to keep that. There is a single eyeshadow that made its way through my declutter. And I may be doing a review on this brand, so I'm going to put this in my to be reviewed bag. Here are a couple of mascaras that are still relatively new in my collection, the Bad Gal Bang and Maneater. Both of these I think I've done reviews on and enjoyed for different reasons, but we're going to hold on to those. It's an eyeliner. This one I didn't get to play around with as much as I wanted. It was fine. It was very wet mascara. I think this is an old one as well, so I'm going to put it aside and double check when I got that. This was an old Wet n Wild Lash Renegade mascara. It had one of those, like an interesting wand, because it has sort of a big ball shape at the end of the wand, if you can see that. I did a review on this. It's not my favorite. I thought I was going to like it more than I did. And again, it's old, so I'm getting rid of it. these ones down here at the bottom are just all old. Oh, that one is really old. I didn't mind this one. I didn't like the packaging on it, but it was just the packaging of the sample, so the full size wouldn't have that issue, but I did like Mad Lash. This is by The Balm. Double Decker Lashes by Butter London. I think I liked this okay, but I think it had sort of a crazy big wand to it. Yeah, like that is a huge wand. And again, it's just old. This is like crazy old. Like this is probably like 4 years old. Superhero It Cosmetics. I think it's good. It's fine. I liked it, but yeah, it just needs to go. The CoverGirl Total Tease, I think I tested this one as well because it had such a unique brush. All the bristles are on one side of it and then it's got a little comb at the end. It was okay. Like the brush did nothing for me and I like other mascaras better. Lash Paradise, I really like this one. It makes your lashes very fluttery and separated, which is what I go for in a mascara. Again, I have a video on this, but it is past its date. And then I have two versions here of the Pure Fully Charged. This again is a fine mascara. I used it for quite a while, but they are both older now. And then this, which I don't even know why it's in here. This was a product that was just dried up like crazy when I got it as a brown gel eyeliner. I'm gonna throw that out. So basically what I'm going to do is get rid of these two that I don't know when I got them because I'm sure it's more than 3 months. And somewhere in my, I may have had it out because I was using it, but somewhere around here, I also have the Buxom mascara that I quite like, and that one's pretty new because for now I have the gel one, Trustique, and these two, and then I will also have the the Buxom one. And then I have some more that I'm going to be testing, the new Ico one that I got in my subscriptions this month. So that is that. Brow products, I'm going to say, again, we're going to try to keep 5 of them. Some of these are eyeliners. I don't know why they're in here. I feel like there's a lot of brow products in here that I just don't use. So let's get into it. This is actually my favorite brow product to use. This is the Iconic London Cushion Brow Gel, and I adore this stuff. This is my go-to. This is what I use like 99% of the time now. This is definitely staying because I love, love, love it. I got this NYX one to test at one point because I thought it would be good, but it just hasn't done what I wanted it to do. It's a 3-in-1. It's got a gel on this side, but I find that wand is too long. Like it's almost a mascara wand and it's hard to have control of it in your brows. And then it has a, what's this one? There's a powder? Yeah. There's a brow powder, which is fine, but I don't tend to use that. And then, yeah, there's also a pencil in here, which is okay, but I just don't tend to reach for it. I'm not sure I've even tested this one. $1 Billion Brows, Universal Brow Pencil. I'll hold on to that one because I feel like I should test it. The Brow Gal by Tanya Crooks. This is a little microfiber brow hair thing. It's got like the perfect size brush. Actually, no, it's pretty long. I thought it was, but it's narrower and has a little bit more control. I'm gonna hold on to that for now. I also really like the Brow Gal powder. It's kind of one of my only brow powders, so I'm gonna hold on to this. I tend to use a combination of those two shades. I'm already at 4 items, so we may have to reassess here. Oh, somehow a eyeshadow crayon ended up in here, but I know that I'm not keeping this. So in looking at all of these brow products, and I think, okay, I guess, I should walk through these one by one. I know that I really like this MAC one. Just something about it works really well. It's a really tiny micro pencil. I would like to be able to keep this one. I almost feel, and I know this is kind of cheating my own system, that this should go in my to be tested bag just because I've never used, maybe I did use it and I'm just not remembering it. I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't think it's something I'm interested in. Sugar Art to Rival Brow Definer. It's one of these triangular shaped ones. I don't ever remember using this. Wow, that is dry. Like, it's not even having any pigment come out of my hand. So we'll get rid of that one. I don't know who this is anymore. It's complete. I think this was maybe Ico. It's completely worn off. It's another triangular one. And it, oh no, wait, it's coming out. It's coming out. It's also pretty dry and I don't reach for it. I don't even remember what it is. This one was pretty good, but the color isn't quite right for me. This was the Maybelline Brow Precise Micro Pencil. So it functioned in sort of the same way as the MAC because it is a very like micro pencil size. Oh, I'm very close to the end of it. But the color was never quite right. It was always a little too warm. This Tristique one, I don't know that I've played around with it that much. Why are all of these so dry? I'm like scraping my hand and there's like no pigment. Okay, you're gonna go. I actually remember really liking this and it's somehow gone down to the bottom of the container here. But this is the Cella Tantalizing Taupe Eyebrow Cream. And this had a little cream on one side and a brush on the other. So you could kind of do this and then have an eyebrow cream. The only thing I wished about this is I wish it somehow also incorporated a spoolie, but I actually remember quite liking this. So I am going to hold on to that for now. Two things left, one of which is the Brow Power from IT Cosmetics. Not sure I've used this one. But again, I really don't seem to be into these brow pencils and they seem to really have, there we go. Now I'm getting a little bit of, I kind of want to maybe play around with this one a bit more. And I remember liking this one. This is Winky Lux, I believe, and it's like a universal brow pencil, and this one has always been pretty good for having like, and when I say universal, I mean universal color. It's always been pretty good as a pencil, but I think I like the MAC one more. So I said I wanted to keep 5 products. I have 6 here. I actually feel okay with that because they're quite different. Like only 2 of them are pencils. One of them is a powder, 2 are creams, and 1 is like a brow gel. So I feel because there is a fair difference in how they perform that is okay to keep that number. Now we move on to the eye pencils, and I have 2 eyelash curlers here. I'm going to keep both of them because sometimes I travel and then one ends up in the wrong place. So I'm not getting rid of those. So many eyeliners and so few of them do I use. So let's start going through. I'm going to say 10 because there are some of these that are different colors, and that 10 will include both pencil and like fluid, either gel or like brush tip liners. This one is from Pure Minerals. I always found this to be quite dry. It wasn't really my thing, so I'm going to get rid of that. I'm not sure I ever even tried this one from Illamasqua. Okay, I guess I tried it a little bit. So it's a brown. I don't tend to use these kind that much, but I'll put a maybe pile over here. I have a couple of, ones that are different colors that I like. So there's one here from Makeup Geek that's like a burgundy, and it's really nice and creamy. And then one from Lord & Berry that's a purple that is also, it's not quite as creamy as the Makeup Geek one, but I think these are special because they are those nice shades. On that same note, I have one here from ColourPop. I feel like the pen is, yeah, falling out of this one, which is annoying. I kind of liked it. It's a light violet purple. I know that it's falling apart, but I still, oh, and I just tried to jam that in the wrong side. I'm still gonna put this as a maybe because I do like it. I know I'm definitely keeping this. This is one of the liquid eyeliners I use quite often. It's the limited edition Ciate Starstruck. So it has a like brush tip on one side and then a star stamp on the other side, which I don't use, but I really like the formula and the brush of the liquid liner. And on the same lines as that, this is another Ciate liner. This is Fierce Flicks. It's basically the same thing, just with a star stamp, so I'm gonna keep that. And there's another in here that I use all the time. That I should just get now. This is the Butter London Glazin Lustrous Liner. If I am going to an event or something where I know I want to have no problem with my liner, I will use this. I don't love that it has glitter in it, but it is so dark, and this, once it dries down, it does not smudge, it does not budge. You need to take it off like with a makeup remover because it's not coming off on its own, and even when you take it off, it doesn't smudge, it doesn't bleed, it kind of balls up and falls off. So I just find this is the most mess-proof, you know, watery eyes, being in the rain, nothing is gonna bother this. It is like bulletproof. This one I think is dried up. It's like Jessie's Girl, but yeah, it's totally dried up now. This is the Vintage by Jessica Libeskind. It's a black pencil liner. I quite like this one if I'm doing a look where I want to line black in my waterline. So I'm going to say yes to that one. 24/7 Urban Decay. I think I remember liking this as well. I just need to sharpen it up. Although I also feel like I maybe remember being kind of smudgy. I'm gonna put that there for now. I have two more Ciate liners here that are actually the same thing. Is one of them? No, they're both open. It's an eyeliner that's basically made for smudging. You put it on and then use the brush on the other end to smudge it out with. So I'm going to keep one of these. I've done some nice like grungy kind of looks with them. Jante Blue, I think this one is really rough. Yeah, that's a rough one, so it's gonna go. Bella Pierre. Yeah, that's fairly rough as well, so that's gonna go. Marc Jacobs, I think I remember liking this one, and I don't know, I'm gonna hold on to that one. I also remember quite liking this one. It's also just black and it needs to be sharpened, but it's by Lord & Berry, and I remember the formula being really good on that. This is Lottie London AM to PM eyeliner. I don't even think I've used this. It looks like the tip's not even used. Ooh, that is really like nice, soft, creamy black. Huh. Who are you and where did you come from? I'm gonna hold on to that because that is really nice. This is a Beauty for Real one. That's actually a dark brown, which is kind of nice and feels very creamy. How many am I up to now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no. I'm gonna put it over here and then I'll see if I want to switch any out at the end. This was a Seraphim Botanicals Liquid Kohl. I think this was nice. Actually, that is pretty nice. Why is this becoming so difficult? The Ico one. This is one of the first ones I reviewed on my channel. It was good, but it's completely dried out now, so it can go. And this Pixie one, there are so many things I enjoy about Pixie, but this liner was not one of them. It had glitter in it, and I just felt like it irritated my eyes. So I have 10 here. Hard decisions are currently being made. I'm thinking that if I have the Starstruck, I maybe don't need the Fierce Flicks. Oh, I don't know. I really like that one. I like having sort of two of them. I am making an executive decision to make this category 15 instead of 10. I can come back to this later, and I know that's a little bit of a cop-out, but I feel like I've been very good with my declutter so far, and there's just a number of these, more than I thought, that I want to keep testing and do different things, and it still all fits very nicely in there, so it's not too cluttered. I know that's kind of a cop-out, but I also want to be happy with what I'm doing, and like nothing is overflowing here, everything is quite neat. Just gonna change this up a little. So I feel like from what I started at to here is good progress. So we had 6 products there. I ended up keeping 4, really 5, because there's one that's not here. Oh, no, wait, what did I do here? Why was I talking about this like it was a mascara? This should be in with the liners. Okay. You know what? We're gonna do this. My liners here in the bigger section, because I obviously I want to keep more of them. I'm gonna put my mascaras over there. And I usually end up doing this with my eyelash colors. In there. So that is where we are ending up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you like these declutters. I have this drawer pretty much done because the brushes and things I'm going to be, you know, keeping all of them. I just probably need to do a good deep cleaning before I move. And I have all of my base products, foundations, primers, powders, blushes, highlighters, all of that over here, which I'm going to get to in future videos. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you think I could cut this down more. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm surprised that I want to keep as many liners as I did, but I feel like I got things neatened up. That's all. I will look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye.